Wonderful people, you're welcome once again to Life Therapy with Prestige. Today we are going to be talking about something very important, aggression, or you call it social aggression for this season. Very important. We want to talk about aggression and the things and few things we will be able to highlight this moment that brings about aggression. Then try to talk about the ways through which we can avoid all these aggressions, hence they are not necessary. First of all, what is an aggression? Aggression is an act of expressing hostility or destructive behaviors in your environment. Okay, this moment I'll be talking the number one of the things that brings about aggression in this particular season we are: respect. Especially in this part of the world, we cherish what we call respect so much. And in a social circle, a lot of people demand respect. A lot of people expect respect. But then, sometimes, if they don't get it, they tend to be aggressive. They tend to express anger. They tend to express hostility because they don't get it. But the solution to it now is this: for you that is expecting respect, when you give out whatever, maybe by age, because we talk about age in this part of the world, or maybe people that you take care of, you demand or you deserve or you feel you need respect from them, please try and calm down. Respect sometimes grows. Respect sometimes are not automatic. Respect also sometimes are being built. And for you also that knows that you need to give out respect to whom respect is due, sometimes it's good you do it to avoid some misfeelings. Okay, for now, because we don't have much time, I'll go to the next one here, which is competition. Yes, in a social time like this, in a season like this, a lot of people tend to compete, which sometimes I say unhealthy competitions are not necessary. You know, people tend to be on top of the world, especially when you have been able to achieve a certain height. Sometimes people that you started with, maybe they did not achieve what you have achieved. When you try to position yourself, demanding maybe respect also, or maybe trying to show that yes, you've been able to achieve one thing or the other, there's nothing wrong in that. But we ask or we pray that you will just try and be diplomatic about it. Because remember, in a race, everybody cannot just end at the same time. But the most important thing is you ending well and ending it at the right spot. So for you also, that probably you have some targets or you needed to get some certain things, you didn't get it, please just make sure that you don't feel so high temper because you were not able to get what you needed to get. Because if you fail to control this, the next thing is depression will set in. The next thing is aggression will set in. Little things will begin to make you feel anger. So on that note, I advise against unhealthy competition. Know that your race is your race. Run it calmly. You will surely get it to the right spot where you need to be. Okay, the next one in line is differences, or what we call ideologies. I want you to know one thing: in whatever you are doing, just know that your own ideas must not be the same with the next person's idea. Okay, like I said, just know in whatever you are doing on earth, your ideas can never be the same with the next person's ideas. And never always believe that your ideas, somebody should come and just jump into your own ideas and accept it. There are some issues that you need to sort out before somebody will get to know your own ideas. You must be able to prove a point in your ideas before you can convince another person. So in trying to prove your own point, make sure you don't get aggressive, because definitely everyone has his own school of thoughts. Once you have this at the back of your mind, you should be able to accept people, and you should be able to have a listening ear. Even if you are right or your own idea is the best, just try and listen to others and try and follow suit. Then you can convince. I think that is it about ideologies or differences. Remember, if you don't handle these little key things very well, they can lead to depression as well. They can bring about unhealthy competition. They can bring about aggressions that are not necessary, especially in this very season where we experience a lot of gatherings, experience a lot of familiarities, and so many things. Just watch these little things we talk about for this season, and you will have the season enjoyed. Okay, we are still on this issue of life therapy with prestige. The last point I want to make this hour, my listeners, please pay attention to this. Expression is one thing that we look down on, but it can cause a lot of havoc if it is not well handled. Sometimes people can get angry the way you express yourself. Sometimes people might feel your expression is intimidating. Sometimes what you think is not even what it is, because you might be free-minded, you might be doing your thing without thinking anything, but the next person by your side is feeling intimidated, or is feeling you're trying to show him that he or she is not doing well. Okay, what are we trying to say in essence is that expression is one of the key things that brings about depression, that brings about aggression. So if you can be able to watch your expression, equally watch other people's expressions, you'll be able to handle these things. You won't have to get angry. You wouldn't have to be depressed over anything. You don't have to be aggressive. When you see someone expressing himself, first of all, try to understand that everyone has his own way of expressing himself or herself. Please don't always think someone is expressing himself to intimidate you. Sometimes it might not be so, but the person, that is his own way of expression. Then make sure that you have your own unique way of expression, just like the other person has. Don't always pay so much attention to another person's expression, because if you do, you will get yourself worked up. You will get intimidated without knowing it. You get worked up, you begin to get aggression within you, which you never even planned. Because sometimes you can have aggression without knowing that you are already aggressive. But when it will play out unconsciously, is when there is an issue that will have to bring you and that person close. Of course, you are already having some grief in your heart. So try and watch these particular things. These 4 things we just highlighted this evening, if you can pay attention to them, make your own research towards what we discussed, you will understand what we are talking about in all these 4 key things we're talking about. And you wouldn't have to have anything or get anything that will get you worked up or experience any form of aggression while spending your holidays. It is a season of joy, a season of celebration, a season of embracing others as you embrace yourself. I know that when you pay attention to these things we talked about, you wouldn't have anything to worry about. You have your season well enjoyed. Thank you very much. Remember, it is still life therapy with prestige. Still prestige with you. Some other time, next week, same time, same day. We'll be seeing again. Don't go anywhere. Bye for now.